Wagwan GVO family. In today's video, I'm going to be showing you exactly how to dribble like the one Don Steezo himself. I always pay respect to the people that influence me to do this YouTube stuff and the way I do my stuff. You know, he's a big part of the reason why I love to dribble on this game. I do mix up comp dribbling with the glitches time to time, but if you don't know who Steezo is, link in the description. You probably already know who Steezo is. 99% sure if you're in the 2K community in any sort of way, because there's only one Steezo. But just in case you don't know, make sure you watch all of his videos back to 2K16. Man is a legend himself. No, you know I know how to dribble. I got my own little style, but I'm going to be showing you guys how to do all the moves you see me doing on the screen right here. Some of the most important moves you see Steezo do, so you can add it to your own combos. I'm not going to show you every single move the man does because that's for him to do. All right, I'm just showing you guys some of the most important stuff, like the connectors, some of the new stuff he's been doing in his previous videos and newest videos. And I'm not gonna lie, a lot of these moves are really effective if you know how to do them correctly. So here's what I'm gonna need from you, is just to show some love to Yaadmangaming for making a video this long, this in-depth, with hand cam, with slow-mo, all that good stuff. Just show some love by hitting that like button. And you know what? If y'all want this series to continue, let's see how good this video does. Wagwan GVO family, we're back with another video. Logo Yaadmangaming is finally here again. Shout out to Mike on the dev team, man. Always looking out for our brother. Anyways, now, after today's video, I'm gonna need you to put some respect on my name. Y'all keep telling me you can't dribble like this, you can't dribble like that. Shout out to the one down Steezo, big influencer, reason why I love to dribble and love to play 2K. I love hooping, but the way he broke down 2K over the years, man, and made it his own way, his own flow, I have to just always pay my respects to Steezo. Link in the description if you don't know who Steezo is. After today's video, you're gonna see a lot of the moves Steezo does. Cut my hair too as well. I got to have fun with it for a little while. Got to braid it. Now I'm back to military fade style Yaadman. Let me know who you want me to dribble like next. If you want the series to continue, I need 1,000 likes by the end of the day on this video, and I will continue this series with the next dribbler that I see in the comment section that y'all want to see me imitate and drop their dribble style for you guys and some of their best moves. Let me know. GVO Kakashi, we're gone. Real quick, you're gonna want to put these Sigs on for this tutorial. If you want to dribble like Steezo, your move and crossover is going to have to be Russell Westbrook. That's going to be the most important thing. I'm putting on Damian Lillard behind the back because it's really essential for the nutmeg, and Trae Young escape because that's what he uses on his small guard. All right, now let's show you guys how to get down with this. For 6'9" PGs, use Giannis size up or T-Mac and use KD escape. So the #1 move Steezo uses is the whoopty. It's the base to start most of his combos. Now, he can dribble like anybody, but the whoopty is how he starts most of his combos. And it's just R2 flick up on the right stick with Russell Westbrook crossover. Now, to do the whoopty pullback, you're going to cancel it by flicking the left stick down midway into the animation. See, if you just hold R2 and flick up, it's going to launch you forward. So you want to pull the left stick back straight down and it'll cancel it. Now, this is the next version of the pullback. Pretty much all you're doing is holding R2 and flicking up twice on the right stick, but flick up on the second time once you see the animation about to complete. It's a real basic move, but you can start infinite amount of combos out of that move, and it's unrippable. All right, that's what makes the whoopty so good, is that it can't be ripped. I've never seen it ripped. Now let me show you guys another combo that Steezo uses out of the whoopty. It's the whoopty misdirection. I'm running through this real quick. If you see a move that you don't know how to do, just watch any of my previous dribble tutorials and you'll learn how to do it. But you can see the blueprint clearly right now on the screen. I'm gonna slow it down for you one more time and show you. When you do a whoopty, you're gonna let the animation play out a little bit. Midway, you're gonna do the standstill misdirection behind the back. If you don't know how to do that, like I said, it's an advanced tutorial. Make sure you go watch my other dribble tutorials. This is the whoopty Steve Francis behind the back, self-explanatory. Steezo uses that a lot. Now, I'm gonna show you guys how to chain up with the whoopty, because doing the whoopty is just not enough. All right, you want to be able to chain some moves together with it like this. Now, this move is very important. Pay attention when I slow it down. I'm holding up on the left stick as soon as I do a pullback, and it's moving my player forward. That animation of switching hands will create infinite amount of combos for you. Pay attention one more time. I'm holding up out of the pullback, and it switches to the opposite hand, and it's gonna allow me to chain infinite amount of combos now together, and I can just keep it going. Now you see right here, I'm gonna slow this down for you guys too. Everything I do, I'm gonna slow it down for you guys so you guys can kind of see it in blueprint. This is how I learn easier without even having to explain. You see me do the whoopty, right? And I do a pullback out of it. Immediately, I'm using the left stick and I'm going up. And what that does, I'm holding up, it switches to the opposite hand. I do a basic one spin out of that by rotating my right stick counterclockwise. Then I rotate it counterclockwise again to get the half spin out of the basic one spin. Since the ball is in my right hand, I pull the left stick all the way to the left and I rotate it up. I flick diagonally down and straight up to do the nutmeg on the right stick. So pretty much you're doing it behind the back and then flick up immediately and you get the nutmeg. And then pretty much I just do a basic one out of that into the Luca and boom, you have a whole combo right there that you can keep going infinite amount of times. And look at my adrenaline, and it's not drained one adrenaline bar. So I have all three still. If you want to do connectors perfectly, watch Steezo's video. It'll teach you how to do connectors. That way you can show him some love. This is like an advanced combo tutorial, what he does. All right. So this behind the back out of that pullback connector is lethal. You can do it right in front of the defender and do a basic one out of it, and it'll set up a three-pointer. You see, all I did right there is I did the pullback, I held up on the left stick, and then I just did it behind the back. And it's just that simple. Now, when you get that down, you can just throw a basic one in there into the Luca. And now throw your connectors in there and boom, start going crazy. So slow-mo time. All right, let me just break it down for you slow-mo, because like I said, this is an advanced combo tutorial. This is not teaching you how to do moves one by one. If you want that, just go ahead and watch my other tutorials and go check out Steezo's tutorial on connectors. It'll teach you everything you need to know about connectors. All right, really it's just holding the left stick up while you're doing some of the moves. All right, and it'll keep the moves going. So start it off with the whoopty pullback. All right, boom, cancel the whoopty by flicking down on the left stick. Now hold up on the left stick, switch to the opposite hand. Now that you switch to the other hand, hold up still, do it behind the back, then rotate counterclockwise since it's in the left hand, clockwise for right hand. You get a basic one, flick down on the right stick, you get the Luca step back, boom. If this is too much for you, mute my voice and slow it down even more and you'll see exactly what I'm doing on the screen. Now, I do this move once more. I'm gonna show you guys once again. You do a whoopty cancel, you hold up on the left stick, you do it behind the back by going diagonally down on the left hand, on the right stick, hold up the entire time, rotate counterclockwise once the ball touches the left hand, boom. Flick down on the right stick and you get the Luca step back. So to keep this combo going, we're gonna do a connector, which is just holding the left stick up. So I'm gonna hold the left stick up and I do a crossover by flicking up on the right stick, right? I rotate my right stick clockwise once the rock touches my right hand, and then I do a Luca out of that by just flicking down on the right stick. Don't need to do nothing else. I still have all three adrenaline clearly on the screen. And with this, you're able to do other moves, like say for instance, right now you're gonna see me do the whoopty into the standstill misdirection, which I just taught you in the beginning of this video. It's real simple to do. I'm not gonna spend too much time explaining it because I slowed it down real slow with the hand cam on the screen so you can really see the blueprints of what I'm doing. I said I wasn't gonna do it, but I'll just show you real quick. This is the only section of the video I'll teach you how to do it. The connector, pretty much. It's just connecting moves. It doesn't have to be a crossover. It could be a behind the back. It could be a between the legs. But it's one step in connecting moves. And it's holding the left stick up to keep the combo going when you're done with a specific combo, right? Typically, the Luca Doncic step back, right? That's when you're gonna wanna hold up on the left stick, kind of diagonally up to the opposite hand, right? So I do the Luca right here. I'm holding kind of diagonally up towards my left hand so it can go to the opposite hand, and I do a crossover immediately by flicking up on the right stick while I'm running. And then I do a basic one into the Luca again, and then I'm using the left stick and I'm going diagonally, kind of diagonally up to the right hand on the left stick to now connect the move to keep the move going. It does not have to be a crossover, but I like to just run up and do a crossover and then I'll do my basic one, and then I'll do my Luka, and I continue it going. I do not have to do a crossover. Like I said, I can do a big behind the back. I can do between the legs. It just depends how the defender is playing you, how you want to do it. All right. Now, real simple. I'm just gonna let it finish playing out, and we'll move on to the next move. Hit that like button if you like what you're seeing so far and you want this series to continue. Now, this is the move I'm not going to slow down because it's self-explanatory. You see, this is just the basic one into the half spin, the reverse half spin. And this is a move that's been universal on every 2K. It's always been the same. It's real easy to do. You don't need R2 or anything to do with that. You see me doing it on the screen right now. If you need to slow it down, slow it down. Matter of fact, I'm going to slow it down for you. Hit that like button. Now, the next essential move you're going to see is this little sham right here. Boom. It's going to be crucial for this move that you see Steezo doing to go back to the three-point line aggressively in a glitchy way. I'm going to show you guys how to do it in slow-mo, but also how to chain with it. And I'm going to show you how to do the move itself. All right. Really, really nice move. I might start incorporating it in my combos. It's not easy to do against a defender, though. So shout out to Steezo, because you might be able to do all these moves, but it's not easy to actually execute it in the game. But this sham has pretty much been universal as well in other 2Ks. To do the sham, all you're going to do is whatever hand the ball is in, go straight across to that same hand on the right stick, then flick up on the right stick immediately after while holding the left stick up. So if it's in the right hand, I'm going straight across to the right, then straight up on the right stick while my left stick is pointing up. For left hand, right stick goes straight to the left and straight up while the left stick is pointing up. And that's how you do the sham. Next quick move is this little in and out, because you can do a nutmeg out of it. You can do anything out of it. Just flick diagonally up on the right stick. Whatever hand the ball is in, flick that direction on the right stick diagonally up while holding the left stick up. And it'll give you that in and out. And out of that same in and out, you can do infinite amount of basic one spins. I'll slow it down for you just so you can see it real quick. And you can do the nutmeg, like I said, by going behind the back and flicking up on the right stick immediately after. Let me slow it down for you. And the reason why I'm showing you little moves like this is because you need to know how to do them when you're connecting the moves, because especially how Steezo has been dribbling recently, he's been doing a lot of the sham into the nutmeg, into the basic one, back to the Luka. And a lot of these combos get free kills at the three-point line. You see how to do it right there in slow-mo. Mute me if you need to and slow it down even more. But it's real simple. Let's move on to the next move. Let's see, real quick, I'll just show you out of the sham. I'll do a basic one out of all the connection stuff. Boom. But I'm going to show you guys how to do the nutmeg out of the sham into the basic one. Now, this is probably the most complicated move in this tutorial. So you're going to want to slow it down, even though I slow it down for you. I'm going to slow it down as much as I can, down to 1% if it's possible, to show you guys what I'm talking about. All right. And it's going to be the sham into the nutmeg into the reverse Luka, right? And it's hard to do because, one, nobody's out there dropping tutorials on it, so I had to figure it out myself. But it's really easy to do now that I know the steps that is needed. So I'm not gonna waste time showing you guys the mess ups on, oh, if you do it this way, this is gonna happen. I'm gonna show you exactly what you need to do to get it perfect every single time. But first, I gotta show you guys how to do the sham into the nutmeg. You already know how to do the sham. Now you need to know how to do the nutmeg immediately out of the sham. Dribbling is all about timing and patience. So when you get the sham animation, as you see me doing it right here, the ball is going to go from the right hand to the left hand. So you're going to do the nutmeg as if you're starting off with the left hand, which is just going diagonally down for behind the back and flicking up on the right stick. Then you're going to pull your left stick straight down. Get used to pulling it straight down, diagonally down. But there's a twist to it to get the good Luka out of this move, all right? Let me slow it down for you one more time, even slower, so you can see what I'm doing and get the move down. Now, I'm slowing it down even more because, like I said, this is only the first part of the move. There's a little trick to it to get the move perfected and get launched to the three-point line off the Luka when you do this move. All right? Now you see me setting up the sham, going straight across to the same hand on the right stick, then flicking up on the right stick while holding up on the left stick. Boom. I sham from the right to the left hand. Set up the nutmeg. To do the nutmeg, to do a nutmeg, all you do is do it behind the back while holding the left stick up. I'm moving behind the back, cancel it by flicking the right stick up, and it'll give you a nutmeg. You're pretty much canceling the behind the back by flicking up straight after you go diagonally down to whatever hand you need to do a behind the back. I'm moving behind the back. You cancel it by flicking straight up on the right stick while holding up on the left stick. All right. Now, while you're holding up on the left stick, as soon as you get the nutmeg, as you see me just execute it right now, all right? You see me just going straight up now to cancel the behind the back. You're gonna see the animation play out right now, all right? Obviously the hand cam is a little bit delayed, but you get the point, right? As soon as you get the nutmeg animation going, start pulling your left stick back, down, diagonally, or straight down, all right? This is gonna be important, because all you're gonna want to do once you start seeing your player turn like this is you're going to hold R2. You're not gonna see it right here, but I'm gonna show you coming up right now, and then we're gonna end it on pretty much that, right? You're gonna hold R2 so you can get a stronger pullback, right? And it's gonna launch you back to the 3-point line even if you don't flick down on the right stick to get the Luka step back, all right? So let me show you what I'm talking about in full play. Now this is how it looks if you do not hold R2. You know, you're still gonna be able to combo with it. Don't get me wrong, all right? You're still able to do a Luka step back out of it, but it's way harder to get it consistently if you don't hold R2 while you're going back diagonally down or down. This is what I'm talking about right here. When you hold R2, it catapults you pretty much back to the 3-point line. I'm gonna break this down in the slowest, pretty much as slow as you can go on this game, and I'm gonna show you guys how to do that right there. All right, you have to hold R2 to get the Luka out of it. That's strong. This move is so complex. I'm not gonna say super complex, but on this game it is pretty much complex to do. It's not easy to do this, especially when there's no tutorials out there that I've seen on how to do it. All right, so I'm gonna show you guys exactly how to get the move right every single time by slowing it down to the maximum capacity that you can slow it down to, because I want you to get the move down exactly right. I don't want you to be like, oh, I wish it was slowed down or anything. I want you to get the move down by just looking at it and seeing in every frame how I'm moving the controller. Let's do this, all right? This is going to take a while, all right? So if you got to mute me, but here we go. You see, I start moving my left stick, and it's in super slow-mo, all right? So I'm able to have full-blown conversations with you while you're seeing what I'm doing. I don't want no excuses. I want when you see this combo right here, you're able to emulate it and imitate it just by looking at this video without practice. Because a lot of times that's how I learn my combos. When I slow it down on YouTube, in the top right, you'll see a little gear icon on phones, on your mobile devices. Tap on that. And when you tap on that, you're gonna see options where you can slow the video down, all right? So you see my player starting to run. Pretty much, you're getting that running animation to start the sham. When you start the sham, always remember that whatever hand the ball is in, when you do the sham, it's pretty much gonna go to the opposite ball hand. So whatever combo you're about to do next, you need to do it as if you're starting off the combo with the left hand, all right? So if I'm starting with the right hand and I sham to the left, everything I do now, I have to act like I started with my left hand, and that's what's a big part of dribbling. You see right here, I'm flicking my right stick straight across. The ball's in my right hand. And immediately after I flick it straight across, I'm flicking it straight up. And you see my right stick go up soon. It'll go in an upward direction pretty soon, but you see my left stick it's being held up the entire time, all right? This is the easiest way I can teach you how to do something without going over it constantly. So now I just activated the sham. So pretty much what I'm doing right now is I'm waiting for the animation to start, all right? Because remember, the controller's a little bit delayed. So the animation will start. You'll see him do the sham, and the rock will end up in the left hand because I started in the right hand. Once that rock is in the left hand, you're gonna see me do the nutmeg. And I'm glad I slowed it down this much for you, because doing the nutmeg is tricky. You can't do it just running up the court anymore. You need to do a move first to activate it. Now you can do it off the sham, or you can do it off a crossover. I've done it off the basic one into the basic reverse. I've done it off, you know, a numerous amount of things, but you have to do a move to trigger it this year. So now I'm moving forward after I do the sham. Now we'll let the sham play out real quick, and then we'll continue. Boom. You see, I pretty much shammed to the left hand now. And since the rock is in my left hand, I need to do a moving behind the back. You see my right stick diagonally down right? Because I'm in the left hand and I'm trying to do a big behind the back. I'm moving behind the back. So guess what? I got to go diagonally down to the opposite hand. Now, once I do that animation, once I do that right stick down to get the, you know, obviously down diagonally to get the behind the back, flick up. You see me flicking up right now. It'll cancel the behind the back, the moving behind the back, Damian Lillard, and it'll give you a nutmeg. Once you get that nutmeg animation, hold R2. You see me start to rotate my left stick from up to down. That's important because pretty much what you're gonna do is force your player to now go backwards. All right. So you see my player starting to kind of angle out of the nutmeg, because if you do not do this, the nutmeg will just keep you going straight towards the baseline. You want to hit that nutmeg and angle your left stick. Start rotating it. And when you're rotating it, you see R2 is activated on my controller, and I flick down while holding down on the left stick. I flick down on the right stick while holding R2 the entire time, and it will give me a nutmeg into the Luka step back aggressively. And I seen Steezo doing this in his previous videos that he uploaded recently, and it's a good way to get that three, especially since when you have the speed glitch activated. If you don't know how to speed glitch, just go watch my video on how to do it. You see, now you know how to do a lot of these moves, but doing them is one thing. Doing it in the actual game, it's gonna take some time. All right, now I have my own dribble style. I like the way I dribble. I do throw in sometimes some of Steezo's combos, some of the glitchies, because it's a great way to trick the defender up. But for the most part, I don't really dabble into it too much anymore because I just don't like the way it is anymore. Last time I was fully glitchy Yaadman was 2K20 and 2K19. 2K20, I was a hybrid, kind of like I am this year, but I really don't do any of this glitchy stuff in the comp games. I pretty much just stick to the comp style dribbling that I do. I have my own little dribble style. We all have our own little flavor of the things, all right? So, and it's good to be that way, because 2K is best when everybody got their own little style. You never really want to be fully a copycat. Or you really don't want to GVO Kakashi somebody down to the bone and then you're doing everything the same as them, dressing and everything. I know it's okay to be supporters, but have your own flavor with it too, right? And that's what makes Steezo great, is because he always throws in his own flavor to everything. He might know moves from other people that created the move, right? And give the credit to the people that create the move, or, you know, if he knows them, but at the same time, he's gonna add his own little flavor to it and make his little own combos out of it. So you see, I'm adding my little dribble style to some of these combos that I just showed you, right? And it's all about practice and timing. You're gonna mess up. Even I mess up on some of these moves, even in the game sometimes. Steezo himself messes up sometimes, all right? So, but I'm just showing you guys how to move similar to Steezo and do a lot of the moves that he does. Not every single one though, all right? Because I'm not gonna release every single one of his moves so you can just go ahead and start doing everything the same as him, right? But some of the more complicated ones and some of the more essential ones you just seen in this video. So hit that like button. This video deserves a like because it took quite a few hours to make this video down to perfection when it comes to learning some of the moves I had to learn on the fly without no tutorials, and then make the moves appear on the screen for you guys with obviously slow-mo and hand cam. Big up on yourself. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Big up, Yaadmangaming.